Let's go with the next one. It says, hello, I'm Emanuel, a 3D game developer and programmer. I'm a generalist. I really appreciate any feedback about how I portray my portfolio. For me, it seems too much simple. Currently, I have a job as a game developer, but more as a programmer and level designer. I would love to land a 3D art job in the gaming industry and improve my skills. Okay, nice. Interesting. Well, you guys know what I'm gonna say right here. Too dark. This is definitely too dark. Topology wise, it's not horrible. It's not great either. And it's proportions, man. For this one, it's proportions. Female characters, more often than not, will have an hourglass figure. Okay? So when you're doing a female character, you usually want to go for the hourglass figure, especially if you have a corset. Corsets do that hourglass figure. So what you want to do here is you want to really push and generate that sort of like hourglass figure on this character. Because right now, it makes no sense to have this corset if the corset is not generating the pressure to generate that hourglass figure. Because that's the point of the corset. So we need to thin her out here because the corset is pushing everything in. Okay? So that will be like the first advice in terms of proportions. The second one is female characters, and I really want to like that. That's one of the courses that's gonna be hopefully coming out soon, which is gonna be the female course, the female anatomy course. Female characters. One thing that you're gonna notice is that when you do shoulders, they are way narrower than male characters. When you have a male character, it's usually more like a block, right? And female characters are more like a triangle. So you're gonna see this shape right here. Okay, the arms of the male character are gonna be sort of like embedded on the torso, and you're gonna get this very wide, like shoulder length. Female shoulders usually go like this, a lot thinner. And I always refer people to the Blade Runner movie, to the first one. If you remember the dress that Rachel was wearing, she was wearing that was sort of like the fashion that people were using back in the day, in like the 1940s, I think. I think it's 1940s, where they wear this sort of like triangular looking vests for women to accentuate that like sort of like very natural triangular form that females tend to have. So that's what we want to see right here. We want to see the arms be closer to the body than they are right now, because right now this torso looks way too like thick. Again, especially compared to what you want to go for this character. Okay. Another very dark scene. Impossible to see. Impossible to see, man. Yeah, this doesn't help. I'm sorry, but that's not good, man. Unfortunately, like this works. Like this final one, at least I can see what's going on. But all of the other ones, Emanuel, I'm sorry, but they're not good. They're not good. And it's not because they're simple. It's because we can't see anything. Mutant Executioner. Again, you're going for this very crazy shots. This, at least, again, this is my opinion. It's not ideal to have crazy cinematic shots like this on your portfolio. Portfolio is to show your technical skills, not to show your cinematography skills. And there's a lot of things here missing, man, in terms of form. I'm gonna be brutally honest, and I hope I'm not destroying your dreams or anything, but I know you mentioned that you're currently working in the studio doing more like level design and programming. Keep doing that for now. Use that to build again to pay your bills, to build your skills and everything, because the skills that I'm seeing right now are not necessarily the ones that you're gonna be able to get you into a studio. Okay, there's a lot of anatomy things, modeling things, texturing things that we still need to work a little bit more on. Again, I know I mentioned I was not going to be like publishing or mentioning the courses that much, but if you want to do or learn about anatomy and for characters like this one is one of our best sellers, the ZBrush for character artists, or ZBrush stylized characters, or whatever, the only course. You're gonna learn a lot about how to properly sculpt all of the things that you're showing me here, because even on this one right here, again, proportions are off. Look at the size of the head compared to the size of the torso, compared to the size of the arms, compared to the size of the legs. Like, there's a lot of things here that are not where we need to. There's a lot of forms that we're missing here on the stuff right here, right? Edoran says, that's the nicest do not quit your day job ever. Yeah, and here's the thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having to do something as a day job for a while before you can make the jump into what you actually want to do. But if you already have something safe, keep that safe. There's a very famous quote that it's don't put all of your eggs in the same basket, right? Because if you lose the basket or the eggs break, all of them are going to break. So you got to be smart about this. I know that you understand the things that you need to learn about the this is from the challenge, right? Yeah, that's cool. Like I know you understand the softwares, I know you understand the pipelines because you're integrating this with Unreal. That's fine, but we need to work on the fundamentals of 3D if you want to make that jump to 3D. Okay, my friend Manuel, I hope that that helps you. And I know that might not be the news that you wanted to hear, but I need to be very honest with you guys, and I cannot say, oh yeah, drop your job and start sending your portfolio to the studios. You're gonna get hired very quickly if that's not the case. So hopefully, again, hopefully that helps. Let's see. Have you already shown the female enemy concept? No, I haven't shown it. There's a couple of options that I'm floating around and trying to see which one. Why did his brother say he's a teacher? Where? 3D teacher at Epic Games School. I'm not sure. Maybe he is a teacher. I mean, he says that he works as a developer or he does a little bit more programming. That's fine. And here's the thing, guys. And again, I'm not doing this towards you, Emanuel. So let me actually get out of there so we don't get any misunderstanding. But anyone can say anything on the webs, right? Like no one's gonna. There's no police that's gonna go, Gabriel. There's no like ArtStation police that's gonna check whether or not this person says who he says he is. At the end of the day, your what's the word? Your work, your pieces, your trajectory, your curriculum, your CV, your connections, those are going to be the ones that say, or they're going to give you the support to the claim that you have, right? So for instance, I could be and say, hey, I'm a master chef. And I could put that in my LinkedIn, and I can put that in my ArtStation. I can put that everywhere. I'm a master chef. But unless I can really show I'm a master chef and I have things to show that I'm a master chef, like, are people going to believe it? Some might. Others might not. So yeah, it's a complicated thing, unfortunately. In terms of socials, right? Like in socials, a lot of people can lie, and I've had this. Like people were asking about this when I was hiring the animator a couple of weeks ago. I got a lot of like portfolios, people claiming to be doing like really like kick-ass portfolios or animation work, and then I did a little bit of research, and they were just like ripping like animations from other people from the internet. Like they were submitting portfolios that were not theirs, and it's very easy to tell when they have the level or not. So. That's the unfortunate situation with the internet. Timothy says, what's your take on programs like DAZ Studio 3D and Character Creator 4? Asking this because I saw they have... They're good. They're good. Again, from a production standpoint, Timothy, they're really good because they allow you to quickly get to a point, right? Like they're going to give you a really good base mesh that you can then continue to polish. If you're doing a game, right? Let's imagine I'm doing like a new Elder Scrolls game and I need 200 different NPC variations, plus the heroes and the main characters and the main NPCs. You're probably going to have your artists dedicate themselves to working on making the heroes and the main characters really appealing and really interesting. But for all of the NPC works, all of the characters that are just going to be there on the background, Character Creator or DAZ are perfectly fine just to fill up the general thing. So they're not bad tools, but they're tools, right? Going back to the same example I've mentioned, if I see a portfolio full of Character Creator for sculpts and characters, and I ask the person, can you do a character from scratch in ZBrush, and they say no, would I consider them to be a character artist, or are they more like a character creator artist, right? Like that's the sort of like the difference. Can they work in the pipeline? Totally. Can they work on the pipeline that I might need them to? Maybe not. And that's where it gets tricky. So yeah, let's go to the next one.